Hey, good morning, everybody. I miss you guys, and I'm really looking forward to the day we can all meet back together and we can get caught up. So, this morning I was going to give my testimony. Today, Randy's talking about Paul, and my story is similar to Paul in the sense that it goes from me being an enemy of God to God, choosing to come and save me out of it. So, um, you know, I grew up in a house that went to church, but I didn't ever really know God. Um, and I was 6 months old. I was putting really thick bifocals, so I had a lot of insecurities about that. I was made fun of. As I grew up, I had a lot of difficulty with sports and different things like that. So it kind of made me a little more insecure. I isolated a lot. It was kind of praised for being independent, and so I was always able to have a few friends, but I'd still kind of stayed within myself. And when I was in 8th grade, I started using drugs. I started off smoking marijuana and drinking, and then it just grew and grew. I was always able to do well in school. God blessed me with that ability, but when I got into high school, I got worse and worse as time went on, and I was arrested and kicked out of school when I was a junior, and really right after that, my parents got divorced, and I blamed myself for their divorce for many years, and so as time went on, I just continued to get worse. I was able to hide it better than a lot of people. I was able to go to college and graduate, and I was able to hold down jobs for little bits of time, but not anything very long. And then when I was 25, I really went off the deep end. I started getting into a lot harder drugs. I started to steal things from the people I care about. I really broke a lot of people's hearts that cared about me. I got arrested for stealing, and was put in jail, and my family didn't want me out. I mean, nobody could really justify having me stay with them because I was just this person that would leech off of anybody around me, and I was just very selfish, and only cared about getting high. I was an addict, and I was just in a very dark spot in my life. I prayed for death every day. I was so depressed. Like I said earlier, I blamed myself for my parents' divorce. I blamed myself for for anything that was wrong around me. I would just turn it into myself, and I hated myself, and I hated myself for a long time. And I remember thinking that there's no way I'd ever want to be a dad, that I'd never want to bring a kid into this world. And just I remember thinking through how I was going to end my life many times. And when I was in jail after I got arrested, I got jumped by a group of guys in jail, and I just really thought that my life was over, that I was never going to get out of addiction. I was always going to be just this loser that nobody was ever going to want to be around because I didn't deserve friends, I didn't deserve love, I was unlovable. And while I was in jail, my mom had heard about a place called No Longer Bound in Cumming, Georgia. And so when I got out, my mom had me go to No Longer Bound, and she brought me down there, and God really used that place to turn my life around. He saved me there. I met God, and He is better than I deserve. He is loving, and His grace surpasses anything that we could ever imagine. I definitely never deserved His grace. I never deserved forgiveness. but he gave it to me freely. And it was in that time when I was at No Longer Bound that I was able to see that, I needed to forgive myself, and I needed to forgive those in my life that had wronged me, or that I had felt had wronged me. I was able to get past a lot of things. I grieved a lot of things, and I really put to death my old self. I even wrote about him, Dan the coward. I was a coward, and it was God that gave me strength. It was God that brought me out of it. I had a lot of dark times in my past and a lot of things that I'm ashamed of, but regardless of how dark it was, I serve a God that's powerful, that's more powerful than anything in the darkness. And he brought me out of that, and he brought me into a life that I never imagined. I never thought that I would be able to be a father that was worth a flip. I never thought that I'd find a woman that was anything near what Mariah is. I know that I don't deserve the life he's given me, but I'm so grateful for it. I want to be used by God. I want to help young men that are struggling, that might go down the same path that I went down. I want to be there for anybody that wants to know about God. I want to talk about him. I want to teach about him. I want to sing about him. He blessed me with the job I have. He blessed me with the life I have. He blessed me with my daughter. He blessed me with my wife. He's blessed me beyond measure, beyond what I could have ever imagined. And even without any of that, I just am in awe of his grace. I'm in awe of his mercy, and I just am so grateful. And I'm just very grateful for my church family. I'm grateful for you guys. And I just am praying for everybody in this time, that you guys know that God is more powerful than any struggle we'll ever have, and that he is in control. And I just pray that you guys are all doing well, and just looking forward to us all getting together again. See y'all later.
So many times I've questioned certain circumstances, things I could not understand. Many times in trials, weakness blurred my vision. That's when my frustration gets so out of hand. Oh, but it's then I am reminded that I've never been forsaken, and I've never had to stand one test alone. No, then I look at all my victories, and the Spirit rises up in me. It's through the fire my weakness is made strong. Oh yeah, he never promised that the cross would not get heavy, and the hill would not be hard to climb. He never offered victories without fighting, but he said help would always come in time. Just remember when you're standing in the valley of decision, and the adversary says give in, just hold on. My God will show up, yes, and he will take you through the fire again. I know within myself that I would surely perish, but if I trust the hand of God, I know he'll shield the flames again. Whoa, at the cross would not get heavy.